One such natural occurring antioxidant among many of its other functions that caught my eye and is ranked the same as hydroxychloroquine is the compound beta-cryptoxanthin, or just cryptoxanthin for short. If we look at the study that is the basis for this correlation, we can see that the overlap between our list and the genes that change due to cryptoxanthin is quite significant. Not only that, but the probability that we would see the opposite change in direction in both conditions is very, very low. I also notice that the genes that were ranked high based on the magnitude of change in our metasignature seem to be going in the opposite direction with 12 weeks of cryptoxanthin supplementation. Given these promising results, I decided to dig a little deeper into how this compound could be antiviral. Beta-cryptoxanthin is a carotenoid found in fruits and vegetables. It is also one of the most common carotenoids with high concentrations in human serum and tissue. It is inversely associated with many life-threatening diseases with various benefits, including anti-obesity effects, antioxidant activities, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer activity. It is also known to be a precursor of vitamin A, which is also known as retinol. I wasn't able to find any details on how this compound becomes vitamin A, but the graph given here shows another carotenoid with a very similar chemical structure, which is beta-carotene, and is a target for the same type of metabolic enzymes, and therefore the conversion to retinoic acid is probably similar. Eventually, retinol becomes retinoic acid and helps initiate the transcription of many different genes important in functions related to our day one post-infection metasignature, like cell proliferation, protection against oxidative stress, regulation of cytokine production, modulation of the innate immune system, and the induction of adaptive immunity. It should also be noted that we find the expression of the gene alcohol dehydrogenase, the enzyme that converts retinol to retinol aldehyde, is going down in our metasignature. So maybe taking vitamin A once you've been infected with a virus may not do you any good if you don't have enough enzymes to convert it to its active form. There is a well-established connection to the active form of vitamin A to peroxisomes, a cellular organelle we found to be strongly influenced by viral infection in our metasignature. In the previous episode of the series, we discussed the antiviral pathway associated with the mitochondrial peroxisomes, which is given here. We can see that one of the sensing molecules for this pathway, RIG1, is actually induced by retinoic acid, hence its name, retinoic acid inducible gene 1. There are lots of other connections to the immune response with this metabolite that I wish I had more time to go into. I also note that retinoic acid is known to stimulate PPAR gamma that has been shown to repress obesity and insulin resistance, two conditions coincidentally known to have increased susceptibility to the current SARS-CoV-2 virus. It is also known to control lipid metabolism, which was a biogroup we observed to be going down on our day one post-infection metasignature. Based on all these connections of vitamin A and its precursor cryptoxanthin to viral response and its ability to reverse these changes, I would recommend that people worried about coming down with this disease get high levels of this compound either through supplementation or through their diet. Way more healthier than some of the other stuff that's out there. I'm not the only one that thinks vitamin A might be good as a preventative measure for the current epidemic. Given here is an excellent review paper by a Chinese research group that also found vitamin A as a potential therapeutic against COVID-19 based on a review of many studies. It should also be noted that we also found vitamins C and E in our list of negatively correlated compounds, but they weren't ranked as high as cryptoxanthin. What I just showed are the chemicals and compounds that show a correlation at day one of infection. The substances I discussed previously should be given to either try to prevent infection or administered very early in the infection process, like after being exposed to someone who was known to have the virus without having any symptoms of your own. But how does this list change by day 7 when most people would be aware they are very sick and would look for relief? What we find is that this list changes quite a bit.